Hello, dears. Today we are going to continue the second part of egg drop soup. So let's start together with the rest of the vocabulary. The first word we have here is launch. Look at the picture and read the example. We were all watching the rocket launch yesterday. It was amazing. So, launch means an act of sending something out or starting something. It also have another meaning, an introduction of a new product or a plan. An introduction of a new product or a plan. So the launch of a new product. Revenge. He swore to take revenge on his enemies. What does that mean? The act of hurting or punishing someone who has hurt or harmed you. Previous. I want to listen to the previous song, please. So, previous means having happened or existed before the event, time, or thing that you are talking about. Something that happened in the past and before the thing you are talking about. So, the previous song, the song before this one, before the one that is playing now. We have the word seeped. Seeped, it's a verb and in the past. Seeped. Water seeped through cracks in the ceiling. Look at the picture. The water is seeping. So seeped means to move or spread slowly out of a hole or through something. To move or spread slowly out of a hole through something. And the last word we have is glare. Look at the picture. She gave Harley a glare of anger. So glare means a long, angry look. When you do something and your mom glares at you, this is a glare, a long, angry look. It can work as a noun and a verb. So you can say she is glaring at her or she is giving her a glare. Now let's continue reading. Last time we have stopped when Casey called Laura's idea stupid and Laura got so upset. So let's see what will happen between them. Underline any target word that you find. Then I will build mine and you build yours, and we will just see whose is better. Fine. Casey shoved her notebook into her backpack and stormed out. And just like that, our friendship was smashed, like an egg dropped from the top of a stadium without marshmallow cream to protect it. When Friday finally rolled around, I had to admit that Casey's Egg Force one looked pretty good. She had used a handkerchief to create a small parachute. It was tied to a basket that held styrofoam packing peanuts, and in the center of it all, her egg. My excellent egg cream didn't look quite so scientific. I had lined the sides and bottom of a small box with rice cakes. Then I had added a layer of a marshmallow cream, the egg, and a layer of jello. So I want you to imagine each container and see which one do you think will win. This is how the competition worked. All the kids in my class carried their egg containers up 3 stadium steps and dropped them over the sidewall. If your egg broke, you were out. If the egg survived, you had to walk up 3 more steps and drop it again. This went on until the last egg broke. By the fourth launch, underline it, only Casey and I were left. Okay, Mr. Peel yelled. Let him go on the count of 3. Good luck, Laura, Casey said, turning to me. You're going to need it. So here we have the finalists of this competition, Casey and Laura. So now we are going to find out who will win, Casey or Laura. And here Casey sarcastically tells Laura, good luck, you are going to need it. I didn't respond. I figured winning would be sweeter revenge. Underline revenge. The class called 1, 2, 3. I let go of my box. Ew! I heard someone say after a minute. Had my egg broken? I raced down the steps, trying to get to the bottom before Casey did. Do you think Casey's egg broke or Laura's egg broke. Let's see. The sidewalk was already dotted with eggshells from previous failed drops, underlined previous. I finally found my brave little excellent egg cream. I didn't even have to open the box to see the results. Yolk and egg white mixed with yellow jello seeped from the corner, underlined seeped. So, Laura's egg got broken. That looks like egg drop soup, Laura, Casey said. She was holding her egg forced one. My heart raced. Had she won? I looked at her basket, empty. My egg bounced out, she explained, pointing to a broken shell in the grass. So, Casey's egg also got broken. So who is the winner? I guess the pilot had an ejector seat, I offered. This is a joke. So, now Laura is trying to joke around with Casey. Casey looked at me and her glare softened. Underlying glare. I could see it in the corners of her eyes. She was trying not to smile. I grinned. She giggled. Ejector seat? She said. Egg drop soup, I said, laughing until I had tears in my eyes. So it seems like the fight is over and they are good together again. A tie, Mr. Beale said, shaking his head. But Casey and I knew we had won something more important than the egg drop challenge. Maybe some friendships aren't like eggs after all. They can survive a little bouncing. So, it was a tie, but they won something more important than the challenge. They won their friendship back, and they realized that friendships aren't like eggs. They can survive a little bouncing, which means friendship can survive some arguments, some fights, and they can work together again. So, this is the end of our story. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Now let's wrap it up and analyze the elements. What about the solution? Laura and Casey made up at the end and learned that friendships sometimes have ups and downs. So, if we think about the main idea, accepting others' ideas is the most important part in teamwork. Even if you are working with your friends, you have to respect their ideas. So, this was the story. I hope you enjoyed it and see you in another lesson.